love IB. IB is the International Baccalaureate Program. It's a program recognized worldwide as one of the top leading preparers for high school students for college and beyond.
One aspect that I really enjoy about IB is you get to work with a lot of other students who have similar interests as you and who operate on a level of maturity that is sometimes higher. Within IB, I feel as though the students are more inclined to have focus, and they're more about furthering their learning and their growth than perhaps other students.
IB changed my perspective by showing me that I need to take challenges and go out of my comfort zone, and I actually really want to go study abroad, which is something that IB has shown me because it's an international program.
Because IB is so international, you often get many different students that come from a variety of ethnic backgrounds, and they all have different cultures behind them. So once you get all those students in the same room, you really get a lot of different perspectives. Since I've been in IB, I've become more accustomed to larger workloads, so I'm more adept at handling stressful situations.
We have to take this TOK class, and it's kind of craziness, but it actually is really cool because then you are able to understand and have a deeper understanding of why people do things the way they do, and just be able to understand society differently and then be able to make better decisions for yourself.
Yeah, history is pretty cool because history, you get to research a particular historical event, like any historical event, and you get to dive into whatever aspect you want about it.
And you learn not only about the US, but beyond the US. So it's more of a worldwide perspective because it's not just based on US history.
So if you really like history or if you really like business, there's those type of opportunities.
IB Art operates in an open studio-like fashion, and it allows students to have a lot of peer-to-peer interaction, and it gives the students a lot of freedoms to pursue the ideas they want to pursue, while at the same time following the academic standards of the class.
You're with the same people for all 4 years, and it's cool because then you get to graduate these people that you've known for all 4 years, and you get to share classes with them. I was really good friends in orchestra with a girl who was a senior IB, so I was able to talk to her about the different things that she was going through and everything and see an outside perspective of it. And now, as I am a senior IB right now, I'm able to step back and be like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad. I can survive this. My English teacher has a doctorate degree, and he's literally amazing. We'll go and travel around the world on the weekends, and then he comes to school and then teaches us about English and life, and it's really cool because then you're able to apply it to your life and then have those things as you're going off to college, because it's great to have all this knowledge, but until you apply it to your life, that doesn't really mean anything.
As part of IB, you have to do CAS, and what CAS is basically it's your service requirement, and that service looks really good on college applications. So looking back on it, I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to do CAS.
You have to do the work and actually put in the time and effort and everything, but you get a lot more priorities and privileges because of that.
In IB, you're exempt from HOPE. So you don't have to do HOPE, and you get the Bright Future Scholarship as long as you get your IB diploma, which is nice because if you weren't in IB, you would have to get a certain test score.
The thing that makes IB worth all the work is that you get the whole perspective and mindset of it. You don't just learn all this knowledge and then have to go out into the world and be like, oh, now I know what 3 times 5 is. You don't just see 3 times 5, but you see that that's a mathematical principle, and that some people don't believe that 3 times 5 is that, but it's just a law that we made up. So stuff like that.
When you get to be a junior and a senior, you do this thing called internal assessments. And with internal assessments, you get to research particular subjects. You
can do IB plus extracurricular activities. I am a choir officer at school, so that's a lot of extra things. When you have choir concerts, you have to get there earlier to sign everybody in. And I'm also in chamber choir, which meets after school every day for an hour. And I'm also on the worship team at church. So yeah, it's a lot of things, but it allows you to see your potential because you never thought you'd be able to do this much stuff all at once and even understand the depth that you do now. And you are able to just see a whole different world. You realize how much you are actually able to do and how great you can be.
I'm a kid who likes to think inside the box, but IB has challenged me to become outside of the box, and it's really changed me for the better.
IB is amazing. You should join.